A lot of people are challenging themselves to read the Bible, which is great. But what I want to challenge you is to study the Bible so that you can actually go in depth and understand the context and the details of what's happening. Because when you just read the Bible, by the time you get to maybe 5 or 6 books down, you're probably going to forget some important details. And I can almost guarantee you, almost everyone probably missed this detail from 2 Samuel 11, which is the story of David raping Bathsheba. So after Bathsheba said to David, hey, I'm pregnant, he tried to set Uriah the Hittite, who was Bathsheba's husband, he tried to set him up so that he can take the fall for the pregnancy. He tried to get him drunk. However, on both occasions, Uriah refused to go home to sleep with his wife. And so David gives Uriah a letter, which is his death warrant, to go to give to Joab, who was David's commander of the army, instructing Joab to put Uriah on the front line so that he can die. And so Joab did exactly that. And Joab, once Uriah died, he sent David a full account of the battle. He instructed the messenger, when you have finished giving the king this account of the battle, the king's anger may flare up. He may ask you, why did you get so close to the city to fight? Didn't you know they would shoot arrows from the wall? Who killed Abimelech, son of Jerubbaal? Didn't a woman throw an upper millstone on him from the wall so that he died in Thebez? Why did you get so close to the wall? If he asks you this, then say to him also, your servant Uriah the Hittite is dead. Now, if you simply read the Bible, you would have missed the important detail of Abimelech and the woman who threw the upper millstone on the wall on him, which killed him. And Joab is using this example to send a message to David. So in case you missed it, the story of Abimelech is found in Judges 9. He was the son of Gideon. After a while, the people wanted to make Gideon king, but he said no. And Abimelech, the son of Gideon, he wanted to be king. So he appointed himself king, and then he killed 70 of Gideon's sons. And so during a siege, he got too close to the wall, and a woman dropped a millstone on his head, crushing his skull. He was so embarrassed to be killed by a woman and to not be killed in battle that he asked his armor bearer to kill him. And so how would have David understood this example, this reference? So every soldier would have known the story of Abimelech, and they would know what not to do, which is never to go close to the city wall. And by sending that letter to Joab, David made Joab an accomplice. Everyone knew that the city wall was a kill zone because of the vertical advantage. Anyone on top of the wall would be able to drop heavy objects or even pour boiling water on those who were at the base. And if you were that close to the wall, you had nowhere to hide. The standard military strategy at the time was to encircle the city and not get close to the wall. So David telling Joab to put Uriah in the front line, and Joab on purpose put Uriah close to the city wall and withdrew support so that Uriah died. And this becomes a gotcha moment for Joab against David. Because if you remember in 2 Samuel 3, Joab killed Abner for killing his brother Asahel, and David chastised him for it. Because Abner was a great military general for Saul's army, and Abner should have died in a war, but instead, Joab pretended to talk to him and killed him in secret. So now Joab has leverage against David. David did the very thing that Joab did by killing Uriah in this way.